We got a question super chat from Cuba W. Says, hi, soon anyone will be able to make their own movie with runaway AI. It will be a democratization of movie production. We will not need Hollywood. I hate that idea. I absolutely hate the fact that AI is now going to move into video creation. I think it's absolutely awful. I think it will, terrible. I think creativity will die. There's charm, when there's a charm to film grain. I know nowadays we don't really have film grain; it's all digital. But you add noise back in after the fact. I just think, a lot of the films which we love, are flawed, and they're charming because they're flawed, and we won't have that because AI doesn't quite do that properly unless it does it hands. AI doesn't like hands. All the hands are very flawed in AI. But I mean, I understand the sort of democratization, of movie production and things like that. But is it really movie production? Is it actually movie production? Like, I've made some short films, and I went out and shot it. Dressed people up like we. It was a proper film set. It was good fun. But yeah, I'm not. I don't like AI making movies. I think it's awful. I think it's a terrible idea. What do you reckon, Bay? I'll get your opinion first.
Yeah. I mean, before we talk about movies, just the advent of AI in my sort of world, the thing where it's sort of worrying is that you can just type, you can ask AI or ChatGPT or whatever it is, where some various thing, to write you a script about something in history or write you an essay about something, and it will just almost immediately churn out something half decent, and you're like, oh god, that's worrying.
Are they quite accurate then, or not?
Well, sometimes, yes, half decent. It's not laughable anymore. I mean,
wow.
It used to be when you ask these older versions of these things to generate something, and it's like it's not even proper English, but now it is at least, and it's referencing the right things and all that sort of thing. So yeah, at what point will AI be able? You literally just type in, make me a sort of a 1980s-esque slasher movie, and within moments it's created a 100-minute long piece of art which is almost as good as the real thing. That is worrying. And is that possible? I don't know if it will be possible. It probably will be, I fear. Maybe not in the immediate future, but AI, as I understand it, it's got the potential to be able to do that sort of thing, which is worrying.
I'll tell you now, some of the videos being made by AI right now are truly spectacular.
Right.
Like in terms of the quality of them.
Right.
Like they're up there. I don't know whether it could do, a 180-minute, 160-minute, whatever, movie, for instance. But like a quick clip, it's bloody good. And remember, like it's only it exponentially increases in quality. Like it doesn't take very long to get to the next leap. Back in the day, we'd have I don't know, cassettes. And then it took ages to get to the CD player, right? The CD Walkman and things like that. And then it took ages to get to the MP3. Now we're fast tracking that process of technology moving to the next step, which is worrying.
Do you remember mini disc?
I remember mini disc.
Do you remember laser discs? That's going back and showing my a laser disc, CD the size of a vinyl album.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Do you remember the pre-floppy disc? Do you remember them?
Yeah. The really old.
They were
literally
huge as well.
floppy. It actually.
The 7.5 inch or
called.
5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4, and then
DVD when that came along. My God. Anyway, getting old. Culture. What do you reckon about the whole sort of AI situation?
Well, I think we're in for it. I think it's already started. A lot of people have commented on one of the first films made with AI recently. I haven't had a chance to sample it, but one of the really interesting things is, now the computing power of an entire server farm can fit into one rack just over the course of the last 3 to 5 years. And the NVIDIA chips are going to make those processors are going to make your desktop, monstrously powerful, and your laptop ridiculously powerful and portable. I don't know. I mean, the amount of compute that we're jumping forward with on the regular is astounding, and I think that barring innovation where we just stop being able to develop better and better chipsets, the sky's the limit, which is terrifying because basically humans will just be, prompt monsters. That's about all. I don't know what else we can do.
No, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Nick, you want to add to this real quick, and then we'll.
Yeah. So just a quick fun fact: floppy disks were actually invented in 1971 by IBM, and the first ones were 8 inches.
8 inch. I thought they were 7 3/4, but yeah.
Yeah. 8 inch were the first ones.
Tape drives.
My dad, had a whole career in IT. I've been in IT since I was a kid, so computer stuff is like my thing. But yeah, as far as the AI stuff, man, it's going to end up getting to the point to where you are really having to question every single thing you see on TV and the internet. Because you can literally, like I saw one of the AI videos of some woman giving a interview at some park or something, and it was just it wasn't even a real person. It was an AI generated person that was talking, giving this interview, giving these facts and all this stuff, and it looked real.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's pretty.
I was like, wow, so it's gonna get to the point to where governments and stuff are gonna have to probably regulate this stuff, because I mean, somebody could do some real harm, some serious harm with that kind of technology. So yeah, it's getting crazy, and like Culture was saying, things keep getting faster, better. Technology is moving at lightning speeds. So yeah, it's nuts.
Can I make one more point about AI?
Of course you can.
Is that there's one thing that it can generate realistic images. Okay, like ultra realistic images. It's actually absolutely an impossible task to distinguish something AI generated from scratch from a real life event or whatever. Okay, there's that. And you ask it to write you an essay or write you a screenplay. Okay. Will it though be able to do actually, how to say this? Will it be able to recreate or mimic the actual human condition though? So two films that sprung to mind when I was thinking about this while you guys were talking. One is The Shawshank Redemption. It's a very, very human film. It's about like the nature of despair and hope and murder and jealousy and all those things. Could an AI ever really do something like that? Another one that sprung to mind was Blue Velvet, which explores completely perverse insanity almost, right? In Blue Velvet. Would AI ever create something like that?
Well, okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
No, it would depend on the prompt and which version of the AI you were using and how developed the large language model was. Because I mean, you can ask it in the style of Blue Velvet from blah blah blah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's only an imitation. It can only imitate.
Yeah.
It's so you'll notice things very similar to say the thing that you're asking it to imitate, if not things pretty much just ripped direct from it. So it's never truly creative either. It's never truly creative. And so that's the important thing. You'll never get something like, that you'd get from like an auteur that's truly unique, truly brand new, truly groundbreaking. You'll never get that. And thus society, I keep saying it, society will collapse. We're on the brink. This is another thing because the creative arts have to progress. I'm here for, or not here for society collapsing, but I'm here to be proven right. Society is on the brink of collapse. This is another thing that will do that. I stand by that 100%.